I mean, they're saying you're a big leader coming into the locker room this year. I mean, what made you want to take that ownership, and what pride do you take in being a leader for this team?
Yeah, just through time, I've been here for a while now. This will be my 5th year here. Just with time and, my play on the field, that kind of pushed me towards, being more of a leader for the defensive unit. I take a lot of pride in that, how I carry myself daily in and out of the building, how I treat my teammates and my brothers and my coaches. I take all that into big consideration of, how I move and, what makes me go. So, for sure, I take a lot of pride in it.
Coach Banks talked about how kind of you're naturally a quiet guy.
Yeah.
Have you had to work on being more vocal this offseason, and how did you do that?
I've always been like that. That's just who I am. Even back to my high school days, my head coach would say the same thing. But they definitely pushed me to be more vocal, and I feel like I've gotten better at being more vocal. I'm not much of a rah-rah guy, a big speech guy, but I talk to my guys, and they hear me, and I've been getting a lot better at that. So.
And you talked about the offseason and how you carried yourself. How much did the way you closed out the season, you as a player and the team, maybe carry over and help you through the offseason?
Yeah, you can say it gives you a momentum boost. Something positive to work off of, like from last year. But it's a new year, new time, and it really doesn't matter what we did last year. That's in the past. All that matters is what we do this year. So that's the main thing we're focused on.
Why the number change?
I wanted something new. Wanted something that I chose, and it just happened to be 6 for sure.
It's a lot of guys that changed their number this offseason. Is there any reason for that, or why do you think that is?
No, I think guys just wanted to spice some things up, I guess. I know me and D-Sound, we both went from 24 to 6, so we both kind of made a pact, if we're going to change numbers, we're going to do it together. So it was kind of cool in that area.
How'd you guys decide on 6 together?
It was close. The one of the numbers that was open that nobody really didn't have on both sides of the ball. So it's a cool number. I wore 6 actually my first year playing football. So it was good to get back to that.
What's your vantage point on Joe Milton being the guy and running through the whole offseason as a leader in the QB1?
Yeah, Joe, man. He's been here for a while now too. He's always been a leader type of guy. Of course, the past 2 years he hasn't been the guy, but he's been in a leadership role. Being behind Hendon and things like that. He's done a great job. We lean towards Joe, and Joe does a good job leading us for sure.
What has Keenan Peely added to the room this offseason, and have guys kind of, for a guy that's transferring in for 1 year, have guys still kind of listened to him and taking his advice?
Yeah, most definitely. Keenan's he's a guy that's seen a lot of ball, that's experienced a lot of ball. He's also a guy that carries himself well on and off the field. He's on time to everything. Just his whole demeanor of a person, he carries it pretty well. So yeah, guys lean to him. He's a smart dude. A lot you can learn from him, and he does a good job of teaching guys, letting guys know what he knows, and helping guys out if they need it.
What do you like about the room? It feels like deeper now with 5-6 guys that could play, but there's not a whole lot of drop off.
Yeah, I like our room. I feel we're very versatile. Maybe a little young, but I feel like all of them can go. All of us can go. All of us can go out there and play. We're all real smart, instinctful. So I feel like that's good to have in the linebacker room.
You mentioned young, so how important is that for you and Keenan to kind of lead that room and show them the ropes?
Yeah, it's important. Me and Keenan, we're the most who've seen a lot of ball. We're the most experienced. So just kind of pulling those guys along, because they're gonna have to play. Just showing those guys the way and letting them know that it's just football at the end of the day, that they can go out there and execute just as well as we can. So just giving them that confidence to do the job when it's given to them.
What were some of the main aspects and area that you specifically were working on throughout the offseason?
Like we was talking about earlier, leadership. That's one area I really wanted to work on. And I'd say just my overall game, just improving on, every aspect, whether that be, tackling, playing the ball in the air, making plays in the backfield, just overall, becoming a better football player.
Off-season is long, and obviously it seems like you've been hard at work quite a bit, but what are some of the things that you might do to get away from football, to relax during the summer and kind of take your mind